Alright, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about ways you can structure your audience and manipulate the algorithm to go viral in 2026. This is specifically for TikTok, and this can be relevant for TikTok business owners, TikTok creators, TikTok affiliates, people that are running TikTok shops. And without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to start with algorithms and algorithm manipulation. Now, the truth of the matter is algorithms are not very complex, especially when you understand their constraints and you understand specific patterns that they're looking for to get an end result. Now, how you can structure your videos to perform well within each individual algorithm is, like I said, this is TikTok relevant. First, paying attention to the specific points that it's looking for so your video can be indexed correctly. When your videos are indexed correctly, they'll appear more organically in search results, and when it's going through the learning phase and originally promoting your content to new audiences, or the first 300, the first 500, the first 3,000 viewers, it will be able to know exactly what this video is about and who's it for. How you can do that is by on-screen text clearly outlining your ICP, clearly outlining the video context, clearly outlining why or what this video is about, using audible voiceovers, either using the AI text-to-speech or by using your own self as a video voiceover to clearly describe using strong verbiage and potentially SEO keywording in your video so that TikTok knows exactly what this video is about. Additionally, you can use captions and hashtags to reinforce that entire premise. This is what this video is about. This is who it's for. You can't be offering curiosity and then being very clear about, in your hook, and then offering, no, you need a clear set system. Make sure all of these angles are all pointing towards your goal, which is your ICP finding this video. Additionally, you can use a thumbnail to overlay your video. So when people are scrolling, they can briefly see that thumbnail and see exactly what that video is about. And the last tip is when you go to sounds, click on sounds, search for what your video is about. Search for who your ideal customer is in sounds. Rather than searching for the next viral trend, search for sounds that TikTok has already indexed to correlate with your audience. All of these variables are different pressure points, different keys that the algorithm is looking for to have your video indexed correctly. And like I said originally, when your videos are indexed correctly, they'll be able to show up 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 18 months from now in search results, and the algorithm will be able to promote your video originally correctly to the right audiences. Next, let's talk about actual audience positioning. Now, the first thing we're going to do is simple tactics. Find out what your niche is, find out what your business is, find out who your ideal customer profile is, and find 10 to 15 people within that same niche that make content just like you, that are doing exact same thing you are as far as business is concerned. Tear it down to first principles. Don't worry about branding. Don't worry about color palettes. Worry about what they are doing compared to what you are doing. If it is apples to apples, follow them. And most importantly, engage with their content. You need to pretend. You don't even need to pretend. You need to force this algorithm to think that you and all of these other 10, 15 creators that you're engaging with are your best friends. You need to get to the point where you can send them DMs and they'll answer, because all of these are points that the algorithm will consider when it comes to content distribution. Are their friends your friends? And if they aren't, TikTok will get your content and put it in front of them to see how it performs. Now, again, if they're in the same niche as you, if they're dealing with the same coaching offer that you are, or are in the same business model that you are, their audience will resonate with your content if you structure it correctly. That's tactic number one. Tactic number two, this is more principle, is you need to find out what your advantages are when it comes to content creation. A lot of people will try their best to get by with mediocre content, shrug their shoulders, it's all right, I feel good about it. You need to feel great about it. You need to go through and edit your videos again and again, reorientate your message, try again, and make sure that you have a perfect video that goes out. Now, obviously, understand what perfect is on TikTok is different than what perfect is on YouTube. So understand what platform you're posting on. Make sure your content is perfect because it's extremely competitive out there. All of these top percentile creators that you're seeing, you're competing against their eyeballs. You need to get their audience to pay attention to your content rather than theirs. How? Is by making sure your content is amazing. A lot of us are average. Unless you're extraordinarily good looking or extraordinarily funny, we're going to need to focus on amazing content. How you can do that is by taking a step back and asking who you are as a creator and what advantages are you giving the market. The advantages are yourself, your uniqueness. And the example that I've been giving is very clear. If you're a nurse, there are specific jargon, there's a specific day in a life, there are specific contexts, highs and lows that all nurses will resonate with. I'm an internet entrepreneur, I make my money online, I wouldn't be able to understand a day in the life of a nurse and resonate with it as well as a nurse would. But if I make day in the life content as myself as an internet entrepreneur, I'll be able to siphon part of the market that will resonate with said content. So be unique and offer the market who you are as a person. That's step number one. Step number two is find out a video format that performs best once you find out who your audience is. Video format can be, right now I'm in my office speaking to my camera. A different video format could be, I could be in my kitchen, sitting on a stool, speaking to a camera. Another video format could be, I'm in my car, driving while speaking to a camera, offset. Find different video formats and based off data, based off impressions, based off watch time, what video format performs best with said audience. Now you know what the audience is looking for. Now you understand what content style the audience is looking for. Last thing you need to do is just refine your message. Find a message that is unique to you, whether that's talking about your product, your offer, your story, information, education, entertainment. Find out that crux of your video and push it. And if you can use SEO tactics that we discussed in the beginning, framing your audience that we discussed in the middle, and true content development that we've now discussed at the end, you'll be able to come up with a foundation to grow your content strategy. Now, don't focus on chasing trends, chasing different, video trends that are trendy. No. Depending on what your intentions are as a brand, if you're trying to acquire customers, if you're trying to position yourself as an authoritative figure, you don't want to be chasing trends. You want to be staying consistent with your formats, with your messaging that we've already discussed, and stick with that. I like to end with this. Consistency in format beats consistency in posting, because what happens if you go from, I'm going to tear this down to a creator, for example. If you go from posting food content, you're in the kitchen, you're posting food, and then you go to posting political commentary, or then you're posting sports commentary, the algorithm restarts its learning phase because it pushes sports commentary in front of people that are interested in food, and it sees very low watch time, very low retention. People are closing the app, logging off. It's bad signals for the algorithm, and it stops pushing your content. So when you find a message and when you find a content style that works amazing, stick with that. Do not go and try something else. Do not revert back to your old content. Stick with what's working. Even if it comes down to posting the same thumbnail every single time. Maybe you're just wearing a different t-shirt each time. Even if it comes down to having the same hook every single time. Audience fatigue is not real. What will happen is if you get 30,000, 50,000, 200,000 people to view video number 1, I promise you 1% of them will view the same video number 2, even if the view count is the same. The internet is so huge, and e-commerce business owners, we can attest to this every single day. Dozens and hundreds of orders are rolling in from customers all over the states. If you're running international targeting all over the world, The internet is so huge, and you can never saturate your market. There's always new buyers, there's always new eyeballs. So never feel uncomfortable when it comes down to reusing the same templates, reusing the same video formats, reusing the same even messaging points again and again and again. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.